Once upon a time, in a quiet little village tucked far away from the city's hustle, life was simple and predictable. No one ever left, and no one new ever came. Among the villagers lived a donkey. His days were a steady rhythm of work, eat and sleep, just like everyone else. But deep down, a question lingered in his mind. Was this all there was? Could there be something more beyond the familiar? One evening, as twilight painted the sky, the donkey stood at the edge of the forest, his gaze fixed on the dense, mysterious jungle ahead. The trees stretched on endlessly, dark and foreboding. Why must I live here forever? He wondered. Perhaps something better, something more, lies beyond that jungle. The very next morning, before the village stirred and anyone could talk him out of it, he set off on his journey. The sight of him walking towards the forest brought laughter from the villagers. "Look at that foolish donkey," they scoffed. "He doesn't even know where he's going. He never listens." But their words didn't touch him. The donkey was driven by a powerful mix of bravery, curiosity, and sheer determination. As he stepped into the jungle, the familiar chirping of birds faded, replaced by the growls of unseen animals and the constant rustling of leaves. It was undeniably dangerous, yet he pressed on. Days bled into one another. He faced gnawing hunger, chilling rain, and the cold grip of fear. But the thought of turning back never crossed his mind. He pushed forward, step by painstaking step, through thick mud, over sharp rocks, and past thorny bushes. Then, one glorious morning, after a journey that had tested every fiber of his being, he emerged from the other side. He had crossed the jungle. He had made it. News of his incredible feat traveled back to the village like wildfire. The donkey they had once mocked was now the subject of awe and amazement. "He must have found a beautiful place," people whispered. "He must be living a wonderful life now." The foolish donkey had become a hero. A few days later, a pack of village dogs, hearing the tale, were inspired. "If a donkey could cross that jungle," they declared, "then so can we." The next morning, they set off, following the trail he had blazed. Using their keen senses and working together, they navigated the challenges. It was tough, but they too made it through. This new success sparked a wave of inspiration throughout the village. If the dogs could do it, why couldn't they? Slowly at first, then in a steady stream, more and more villagers began to walk the same path. Over the years, the rough track he had forged was worn into a smooth trail. Carts began to use it, and eventually, after many years, the government decided it was time to build a proper road. Engineers arrived to survey the land. The villagers gathered around them, eager to offer their advice. "Build the road right here on this path," they insisted. "It's the easiest and most direct way." The chief engineer looked puzzled. Why this specific path? He asked, studying his maps. An old man stepped forward, his face beaming with pride. "Because," he explained, "we've all been using it for generations. It's the proven way." The engineer paused, intrigued. "And who," he asked, was the very first one to make this path? The old man's smile widened. A donkey, many, many years ago. The engineer was silent for a long moment, processing this. Finally, he spoke. "I'm not surprised that a donkey made this path," he said calmly. "What truly surprises me is that all of you have been following a donkey's path for generations without ever once stopping to ask if it was the best one." He then raised his arm and pointed just a few meters to the side. There, hidden in plain sight, was a much shorter, flatter and smoother route through the landscaper path that was undeniably easier, faster, and better. No one had ever noticed it. No one had ever thought to look for a different way. The villagers stood in stunned silence, a wave of shame washing over them. For years, for generations, they had followed the same long, difficult path simply because it was already there, because everyone else was walking on it. And isn't that exactly what happens in our own lives? We so often follow the paths that others have laid out for us without ever questioning them. We attend the same schools, choose the same careers, and live the same routines just because someone before us did it that way. We rarely stop to ask ourselves, is this really the best path for me? Perhaps the biggest mistake we can make in life is to walk a road just because it exists. We forget that not every path is meant for us. Some roads were created by people who didn't know where they were going. Some were made by people who were just guessing. And yet, we follow them blindly. Life isn't about walking in someone else's footsteps. It's about having the courage to create your own. Just like that donkey, you possess the bravery to step into your own unknown. People might laugh at you. They might call you foolish. But trust me, one day those same people will be telling your story. So, I invite you to stop for a moment. Look around you. Are you walking your own path, or are you just following someone else's? Don't be afraid to pause, to think, and to try something new. That jungle in front of you might look scary, but on the other side could be the very life you've always dreamed of. Don't let the noise of other people's expectations drown out your own inner voice. Don't walk a road just because it looks well-traveled. Be the one who dares to create a new way, because it's those who walk their own path who ultimately find their own destiny. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content that makes you think. We'll see you in the next one.